introduced to you. But sorry, I don't remember you. We took pictures together. But you know, I don't recognize you. And in fact, I don't even recognize my 2-year-old self. I go to visit you, but I never see you. We share parents. They remember you. You know, those people who were so looking forward to your birth, they already had one child. That was me. So the addition of you to our family would make us the perfect American family. But God had other plans for you and for us. He was born in February and passed by early March, just 40 days old. To my mother, he would always be my little boy. Legally, James, sort of named after my father, whose name was Vincent, but everybody called him Jim, except for me. I called him Dad! So they named their child James. My grieving parents made somber references to him, but I gleaned a lot of information from other people. The Aunt Yolanda report. Oh my God! I never saw a man cry as much as your father did at that funeral. The Uncle Tony report. Hey, you were 2 years old, you thought the wake was a party, and you were giving out holy cards to everybody. The Aunt Barbara report. Oh my God, for those 40 days that your mother was taking care of that infant, you became independent. You went to the bathroom by yourself. The mom report. I think of him every day. The dad report. Me too. I was 2 years old, and we took trips out to St. John's Cemetery. Put down pretty flowers. At what I eventually found out was a grave. When I learned to read, I could read the words, "And a little child shall lead them." Etched in the corner, James, 1950, 1950. So, I went from being a big deal older sister to being an only child. My parents tried to move on, tried to adopt, but told that they were too old. Now, in this esteemed position as only child, I became daughter to my mother, which was, comfortable, eating, clothes, hair, nails, and fighting! Your English teacher called today. You didn't do your journals. You haven't done your essays. You don't keep up on your reading. You have to make up all that work. God, I hate that English teacher. What a pest. Reading, writing, listening, speaking. This woman needs to retire already. If you don't make up all that work, if that English teacher calls me again, you're not going to watch Dr. Kildare. I know, I gotta watch Dr. Kildare. Okay. I became an English teacher. Mom was happy and surprised. It was the longest time before I realized I had no living siblings, because I had lots of friends, and my cousins, they all filled in the void for me. But as I grew older, I was beginning to feel that I was missing some kind of bond. Went to Florida with my cousins recently, and a nice lady took a picture of the three of us. And when asked the relationship, they could say sisters. I said cousin. And I felt it. Now, you understand these two still bicker. Mom always liked you better. Yeah, she did, so there. They bicker, they come together. Even my cousins John and Robert, who were estranged for years, we thought they're crazy, it's never going to happen. Even they came together. But I can never come together with you. In the play, Death of a Salesman, Linda says to her two inattentive sons of their aging father, "Attention! Attention must be paid. He should not be allowed to fall into his grave like an old dog." Well, attention was paid to our aging parents. Dad, with his emphysema, did not go gentle into that good night. With the huffing and the puffing and the wheezing and the oxygen and the respirator from which he could not be weaned. And he enforced his own do not resuscitate. I'm zooming down Merrick Road following the ambulance to the hospital. When I get there, I realize I did not put on my lights. I'm driving in the dark without lights. Scary! And where were you? And Mom, sweet lady, who taught me how to cross the street now, couldn't do it herself. One day she took our little beagle Nikki out for a walk, and they were gone a long time. I looked out the window, and there is our nice neighbor, Florence, guiding them gently back home. It seems that after she walked the little pooch, she was going into the wrong house. Scary! And where were you? What? What? You were the one who guided me down Merrick Road safely in the dark? Thank you. And you were the one who had Florence guide Mom home safely. Thank you. That's the best. You'll be with me forever. Thank you. Rest in peace.